Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here. This is the final part of that lot from that big lot I was doing. Yeah, we'll see if we can get through the rest of this. I think we can. I've been making more jewelry out of here too, so there'll probably be another video on some of the other jewelry that I'm making out of this lot. But without further ado, may as well keep going. So we'll just grab a few pieces here that I have handmade, and we'll start with that in this lot here, and then we'll proceed on with some of the other stuff. There'll be more that I've made, brought up in the rest of this, but I've been quite busy making stuff here. Computer's not letting me download as much as I'd like to list, so I've been doing this instead. But yeah, let's proceed here. So here's one necklace here on a 20-inch chain. I have this drop dangle that I put on it. So that was a piece of another necklace that just didn't work. So that was broken. I didn't find the rest of it, so I just turned it into this. And then I added another charm from another bracelet that was lying around, and then I made myself a chain. And then this one here, I really like this pendant here. It was an earring as well, and I turned it into a pendant, added my own little loop there, and then made my own chain with the little eye hook clasp there. And then this was just a very simple little one here. Took and combined a couple components from a couple different bracelets, little charms, made a pendant out of it, and then used a chain that was in the box there. And then we have this one here that I've made as well out of a necklace that was coming apart, so I was able to turn these pendants into, or that necklace into a whole bunch of different pendants and a couple earrings. Oh, and I added these little bead parts to the chain as well. They actually do line up when you hold it up, but yeah, I figured there's a nice little accent, the blue with the purple there. And then we have this one on a long chain as well. It's actually a double loop chain. I added on my own little pendant there. But yeah, layered chain, added that. And then we have this one, which is again from that same ear necklace as what those other two pendants were. Made this little piece here. And I think in a previous video I showed you the matching earrings to this. If not, then they're in the lot somewhere there. And then we use this little sun panel here with these little dangle beads as well. Added a couple of them onto the chain. And then there's this that was a couple of earrings that were singles. The butterfly there, I did some altering to make it into a hook, and then added this little drop dangle piece here onto one of the chains I made. And then we have this earring here as well, which is actually very interesting. It's a whole bunch of loops put together to make longer drop dangle earring, but yeah, so I put it onto a chain, kind of a little unique pendant on there as well. The back I added on, of course, the little, I like to put beads on the backs of my chains there. And then we have this guy here. I really like the components from this necklace here that I took this from. Sadly I couldn't fix the necklace, but I was able to take all the components, turn them into little pendants here, and I really like those. And then here's a part of a chain that was in there as well. And then on a little gunmetal one here, we have this piece here with the little dangle, and then the other component kind of combined a bracelet with the necklace component there. And then another one of those little guys on a gold chain this time. So I try and utilize them, but I try and utilize them in different ways every single time so that it just kind of gives people more variety, because they may not like it on a gunmetal chain, they may like it on a gold. So you give people variety to think about and to look at. So this one here is a layered gunmetal snake chain on there, lots of different colors. Really like that one. Kind of has that New York & Co. look to it. And then there's this one here as well. That was that Swarovski earring there that I never did find a mate for, but I figured a star with this kind of horseshoe looking design was kind of perfect. And there's this little bird on there and a mother of pearl, and these little what looks like probably blue agate stones and some little white agate on there as well. So now here's some earrings that I made out of a bracelet components there. They're not wanting to stay on their backs for some reason. But yeah, they just kind of look like that. And I'll be pairing them up with this necklace here that I made, just adding on the single bar on there. So we'll have the bar with the earrings. That'll be a set. And then this one here, I took a component from a previous bracelet that was apart and I glued it onto this earring that was missing a center there, and then we added it to this chain here, and then we've kind of got this sunburst flower on there. As I said, I've been quite busy making stuff out of that. There's a lot, since I have so many components from it. I may as well use them all up as much as I can to start with till I run out of chain, which I am starting to run out of chain again, so I'm gonna have to put in another order for some chain soon. Yeah, so we have this here, a couple of earrings again combined to make one on this gunmetal chain with the little beading that I put in there. But yeah, I like that necklace. And then there's this one here on this black ball bead back there, and then these silver tone beaded pendants there. And then there's a dyed blue mother of pearl pendant that I put on with handmade chain again. And then there's this one here, which has this, again, that drop pendant style. It's kind of hooked in the necklace there, so I'll unstrap that later, but for now you can see it's just this blue drop pendant. I added on this little leaf design on the bottom as well. And then we have this one that was a few different earring components combined into a tassel with some rhinestones on it. Again, the tassel's tangled amongst itself, but you can kind of see it there on another chain there. And then we have this anklet I made last night with this mother of pearl center and this hand carved flower, which I really like. I think it's very delicate. And then we have this one that is by the 1928 company. They like this kind of style in terms of all the small beaded work on a chain. And then there is this wire hook one as well. This is just kind of designed to be a choker. It doesn't really seem to hold its shape very well, so I'm not 100% sure about that one. Not 100% sure if I'm keeping that one or not, just because it doesn't really seem to hold its shape very well. And then I made this charm bracelet here that's colorful and fun with all the beaded work on there. variety of types on there. And then from New York and Company, we have these studs. There was another couple sets on here, of course. One was missing, and then this one had one earring missing from it, so I didn't bother including it, but we'll sell that single pair there. And then here is one by Ruby Lane, or Ruby Road, I mean, in that wire necklace style again. I hate these ones, but they're actually, this one's in fairly decent shape. Then we have a couple more here. We got this another wire one that's in really good shape, and this one is by Napier. That's what the N stands for on there. And then this here is just a layered glass bead necklace there, kind of in that vintage 70s look. And then we have this one here that is kind of, everything needs to go down, back down, but yeah, it's again not the greatest way of holding its shape in there, but it's meant to be a choker. And then another one of those hand carved mother of pearl. This one's in kind of a brown, and this is on a necklace chain. Again, I made that one. And another one here that was missing this top part here, so I had to do some repair work on there. It's a wire in that silver tone. And this here as well, and just kind of that silver plated chain here, and that I think it's an Omega chain, and yeah, glass beads. Nice looking one. Okay, and then here is a gold plated chain here, and a pair of earrings that I made. Then we move on, and this was a silver chain here. It is 925 marked, kind of in that 9 West look. And then again, a double layered one. This one's by Aeropostale. This should be down here. Same with this. When it actually sits, they sit layered with the two of them. It's kind of tangles. It's not cooperating. Another one that I made was kind of that drop pendant style. Combined a few different components to make it into one drop pendant, and then put on my own chain. That antique bronze. And then this is another one that I made. Kind of got the beading up top a little bit here, and with the faux pearls. And then we have this rose quartz healing stone at the bottom there. And then this one here is by Purple Door. Apparently that's by Billy Preston. It's just a very simple peace symbol one in a rope. Normally I don't keep the rope in or leather ones, but this one's actually in really good shape. And then come to this little one here as well, in that seed bead style, and that one is marked. I don't remember who made it though. Oh, it's by Arrow, right? I had to look up the Arrow brand. And then another one of these that I handmade the chain and then added on these two different panel, or a charm and then a little panel from an old bracelet. I might not get through this a lot. I don't know. And then a few more that I made here. There's this one here I just made this morning. Well, there we go. So that is on this old earring here that I took apart because we only had one of them. And then there's this one here, again, another earring component. Only had one earring, so we did that, and then we made our chain. And then there's this one that I had to repair. It was missing a rhinestone. I believe it was a clear one before. I added in a blue one instead, and I actually like it better with the blue. And that's Spiral Design. And then we have two different ones here. So there's this little necklace here as well. This one just kind of hangs like this. So just the little beads there, and it's marked as well by, oh, it's Avon and SP. I don't know the SP. I've had a couple of his pieces in here. But Avon does mark who the designer is generally on their stuff when they do them, except for maybe on rings. But this one here again, this one keeps tangling up on itself. It is supposed to be a layered necklace, not this tangled mess at the bottom there. And this one is kind of in the Napier style of necklace, but it isn't a Napier. And then this here on this gold tone chain, I believe this was an Avon as well. Yeah, this is another Avon one. And this one, did they have the artist? SP, another one by SP. Okay, then we have this one here that I put together, again, a drop pendant type style on a fine chain. I believe that's a 925 chain. Yes, it's a 925 silver chain. And this one again on an antique bronze, taking an old pendant. And we put that together in here onto a chain. And then another one here, if I can get it to go down. So this one has kind of this little dangly at the bottom for its piece there with the little pearls, and those are freshwater pearls. And it does loop around, so it actually becomes a choker. If you look, and then that dangle, which I don't know at the point in having the pearls, but it goes to the back is what it goes at. And then another one here that I made. Right here with another one of those bracelet components that I had before, and I added on this little rhinestone charm that was on there onto a gold-plated chain. And this one here, just a little simple heart pendant on a gold tone chain. Okay, so we have a couple earrings here. There's this pair. So these ones are a yarn one. Normally I find them in really, really rough shape. These are actually in good shape, so I'll end up keeping those, or selling them, but not taking them apart. And then there's this here that I don't normally, again, keep these little leather tassels, but this one's actually in really good shape. So I put that onto a gold tone chain. And then this was the other earrings that I was referring to when I said couple.
So there is these hot pink earrings here as well in that drop dangle style. And then I found two different components here that I glued together. I love this hand carved look on that hibiscus flower on a chain that I had to hand make as well. And my kids are coming up, so we might hear some noise, but yeah, we're doing this here in this style here as well, in this glass beaded dichroic glass. I have some bigger pieces of these that I have put together in earrings. As well, there is this ear necklace here as well that is just that single component. And it is layered, so there's actually this inner layer that has this here as well. And then there was this cross pendant that I put onto a silver snake chain. But I kind of like the stained glass look of the cross. It very much suits it. And then we have these here as well. So I made these earrings with those sun panels as well. Oh, dog hair everywhere. Doesn't go away. So I'll probably pair that up with one of those necklaces I had with those sun panels. And then there's this heavier duty antique chain there that has all these little charms on it there. I kind of like this one. I really like this particular component. I had to repair some rhinestones on it. And then there is this silver tone ball chain here as well. And this would layer into 3 different layers as well. And it just has these little hearts and flowers on it. Just a very simple design. A few more here for you, and then this one here I made out of that other necklace component onto another chain that was in there. And then there's this one here, that's another wrap style one. A layer that just simply wraps around your neck. Basic design on that one. And then a gold tone version of one of those. I believe it's a it's a 2-tone. So it's gold and silver, layered necklace just like that. And then we have this one, which has it's kind of different, but it's by Loft. So again, it's that kind of layered look to it with this very large metal tassels at the bottom there and that beaded look. And then we have this layer or this leather strap here, and this piece goes down at the bottom, so I imagine you actually put this plain part at the back and you actually put your little hook at the front. A little different. And then we have this strand one here as well in that gunmetal with these little glass black and purple and silver beads. And then we also have this set here with these abalone shells. And then there's the earrings that go with it. I didn't find a brand on that, just that it was a set. So we'll end up keeping that as a set and selling that. And then there's this one here as well. These little bronze tone medallions. And then we'll grab a few pieces from the back. This one here is a fox call, so I'm not sure what that's doing in a jewelry lot. We'll have to look that up to see if it's worth selling or if I should just be putting that in another lot. I don't know anything about those things. Here's some bangles here. The black one will probably just end up being a bit of a lot. The other two we will pair up with something, make a set. And then there's this beautiful hairpiece here in a silver tone. It might even be silver plated, but it's absolutely stunning. And then there is this little cuff bracelet here as well with the little lotus flowers on it. And then another one that I handmade here with this beautiful pendant. And then we have this necklace that I made with this drop dangle glass bead pendant. And then there's a couple of earrings here as well that they weren't complete, so I ended up completing them. Very colorful. And then we have this one here as well. And this one looks like again, looks like that Napier style, but but it's not labeled, so it's not Napier. And then there's this one here that I made, combining a couple of different pendants on this gold tone chain there. And then here's one that I kind of like. It's kind of cute, and that I'm not sure what kind of stone that is, but might have to look that up on this gold tone chain. And then we have this scarf clip here as well. I've never really gotten one of these before, so that's a first, but I have seen them around enough to know what it is. And we have a couple of these that are kind of tangled. One I didn't make is tangled with one I did make. So this one here kind of has that stainless steel chain with all these little halite stones dropping down from it, and what looks like almost like a lucite. I could be wrong with that. I'll have to look these things up, but lapis, I think it's lapis stone. That was the word I was looking for. And then at the top here we have tangled in a bronze tone one. Oh, no, this is not one that I made. I thought this was one I made, but no, it's not. It's just little with the little aquamarine stones. But yeah, it's tangled up at the end. I'll end up separating them later. And then another set here, which is done by Paparazzi. So they have these white cat's eye earrings to go on this white cat's eye necklace there that you could wrap as well, but it's just meant to be a long necklace. Almost out of time for the video, and then the rest of it would have to get paired up with when I do my video of some of the stuff I made out of this lot. So here's a green seed bead with the wood bead backs. Again, these things take a lot of work to make, and they even have these beautiful mother of pearl on them, and I'm gonna have to try and clean up the little pieces here with some Silvo. We have this black silky cloth choker here, which has a little bit of hair on it that will peel off. So this one's in fairly good condition. We'll end up trying to sell that one, I think. And then there's this kind of blue plastic or yellow plastic beads. They kind of remind me of that butterscotch look to them. And then we have this here, that I ended up putting together. As you can see, I reconnected pieces using some of those bracelet components, and then fixed the chain at the top there. So yeah, I ended up combining a couple different pieces here and adding in some others to try and make it kind of work and be fixed so I wouldn't have to end up just tossing it. So we'll do one more piece here, and then we'll call the video a video. So this here is one last strand necklace here with all these different types of stones. I'll have to look up some of these things. I'm not sure what type of stones these are. Some of these look like quartz, or even could be either quartz or they could be like a very pale amethyst, but I think they're quartz. And this, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, so I'll have to look this one up. But yeah, so that's kind of my video. I've got this stuff here left, so I guess we may as well do this cross pendant one here too. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll leave you off with this black rosary cross, and stay safe out there.